2-5 boys. Bread over beef, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
This the basic everyday Blue Guap t-shirt is gonna be available on the website when that's available to y'all. You feel me? This is in the lab. This was a major sample, which I gave to Kevin to wear around and shit, and it looks really good. So y'all might get that too.
Don't talk about my shirt like that, dog.
What? What I say wrong about your shirt?
You call my shirt a sample, dog.
That shit was a sample. That means that's the only one ever made.
This is an Blue Guap exclusive.
It's an exclusive. It's exclusively on Kev right now.
It's exclusive, motherfucker. You might never be able to get it.
Tight shit. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and let him talk his shit, man. Hey, if that's that, because that's facts for real. Because you might not ever get it. Fucking with me, shit. Fucking with me, because I be trying to tell people. People be like, hurry up and drop, hurry up and drop. Yo, listen, nigga. If it was about money, nigga, I would have dropped already. I don't need that shit to make money, bro. I'm trying to make sure I drop good quality merchandise
For y'all, man.
type shit. But we about to tap into this Michael Oher situation. The Blind Side was a lie.
One of my favorite movies, man.
That movie was so fucking motivational. Had me thinking if I was down and out in the streets, a white family would come help me.
Sound good. That shit sound good.
Nah,
nigga.
that shit do sound good, but that shit cap.
But it seems to me like somebody got finessed in this situation.
And it was the black guy.
It just had to be.
Let's tap into this video and let's see what's going on. And we're gonna give our inputs as we go along. And we might skip through this motherfucker. Who knows? Let's see. Cause it is 18 minutes long. And I don't wanna make a 30-minute video.
Nah. We're gonna make it do what it do.
We're gonna make it do what it do? Alright, so Cav green lighted a 30-minute video.
We're gonna make it do what it do.
So I'ma approve a 30-minute video. Fuck it.
We're gonna make it do what it do, dog.
Let's go. I might need to go grab another soda. Shit.
So I think it's important to say that these, at least so far, are all allegations.
Mayor Michael Oher, the subject of the movie The Blind Side, is suing the Tuohy family.
We don't necessarily know which side is true, but I'm here to give you guys both
I'm
sides
gonna keep
of
him
it
small,
because the story is absolutely insane.
He was never adopted and alleges the Tuohys cut him out from film profits.
So before we get to the content, we're doing a massive giveaway from Madden 24 when it comes out, which depending on when this video is posted is either now
Put in the
or
comments
within
if
the
y'all
next
play
24 hours.
Madden,
There's
man.
3 ways for you to ask.
If you want that
do the same
work,
thing, but for Instagram, it's at the
let me know,
on
man.
IG, and I'm going to be posting. Michael Oher is a very unique one and a very uplifting one if you think about it, because Michael Oher never really got the opportunity to succeed. His mom suffered from a substance abuse problem, whereas his father was in and out of prison until his life was unfortunately ended while he was in prison. Michael Oher would go from school to school to school, resulting in attending 11 schools within his first 9 years of being a student. So this man was really dealt a very bad hand. Luckily for Michael, at one of those schools, he met Tim McGraw and Sandra Bullock. Well, not really, that's just who played him in the movie. He would meet the Tuohy family, a strict evangelical Christian family who was very wealthy. The movie is pretty much Leanne Tuohy gets really close with Michael. Michael will move in with the Tuohys. Michael becomes friends with the Tuohys' children, Collins and Sean Jr. The Tuohys hire a tutor for Michael to make sure he maintains good grades so he could play sports, and this results in Michael being heavily recruited by a lot of top college programs, including Ole Miss, which is where he ends up going to school because that was also the Tuohy's alma mater. Now, in the movie, the NCAA...
That was weird because, that's where the setup started happening.
Right.
That's where they started setting everything up to be like, oh, yeah, we about to put our big plan in motion.
So you think the Tuohys? Is that the name of the fucking family?
I don't know.
The Tuohys,
Tuohys, Finesses, all the same thing. That's all the same thing.
That they was in bed with the Ole Miss program, with the Ole Miss school, to get Michael to play.
I'm not gonna say they was in bed with them.
They kind of fattened up the pig in a sense.
But once Ole Miss realized, oh, this kid got potential, Ole Miss relayed the message to them like, we can do great things with him. That sparked the light bulb in them people.
Right. Because they still wanted him to make it to the league.
Yeah, because, making it in the college ain't going to do shit for you.
Shit.
It's about going further and making more money. And for real, it's about just allowing him to make it for them to be able to profit off the story.
But none of this was really them taking him in. None of that shit had anything to do with actually helping Bull. It was all for their personal gain.
After carefully evaluating this situation, it was all for self. It was all for them and their family. That was already up, as y'all seen in the movie. I don't know if movies be fiction and cap.
But look,
I don't know if they really had that big ass house and all that shit.
Nah, they did.
Okay, but it was already up. That's how they had their connections.
That's what happens when greed comes into play. Them people are greedy, bro.
Facts.
500K is not enough for them. 700K is not enough for them. They want millions. Greed. And I feel like sometimes in life, you got to just learn how to be content. You know what I'm saying? Like in this life, because I know it's hard to get like $1 million or two. But if I can get 800K, I'm content, bro. Sometimes you just got to learn how to be content. Them people, they don't have no limit, man. Their greed don't have no limit, bro. And that's why they did what they did to this dude.
I ain't got no limit when it come to making money, but if I'm making money on the fly like that and I got a check coming in for 500 to a milli or 800K, that's life-changing money.
That's life-changing money,
The
but
only reason it wouldn't be life-changing money is if you want to be doing extra-ass shit that you don't really.
You don't want to be
business
doing
on.
nothing grimy for the bread. Now, if you make $1 million off your business, congratulations to you. That's really good. But you talking about doing something grimy just to get some fucking paper fiat, bro. You got to learn how to be content sometimes, bro. Them people didn't need to do that shit to him.
You see the Blindside NCAA investigation. That's when they was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Like, Ole Miss, out of all places, everybody in your household went there. Like, you telling me there was not no
Other colleges that impressed you?
Nah, they wanted him to go to that one for a reason. Let's go ahead and carry on.
Compensated Michael with gifts to convince him to play at Ole Miss and would even open up an investigation on them. But Michael would eventually get cleared to play at the school and even gets to play as a freshman, which definitely resulted in some additional eyeballs on him from NFL scouts. The movie includes some very uplifting moments, like a teammate making a inappropriate comment about Leanne Toomey and her daughter.
Cap. That's cap. Look at that shit. Y'all, bro, once again, I understand Hollywood exaggerates things for the visuals and shit. But why would you depict a black man in a violent rage like this? It's like the same way they played him like a dumbass in the movie.
Facts. But you got to think about this too, CJ. They also depicted the black people in a bad light. Like, remember when Leanne Toomey went to the neighborhood or whatever, and then the black dude, out of all people, calling her a bitch, a white bitch, and all this extra stuff, and then this scene, and then the mom not being fit to raise Michael. They put all of that in the movie, but you got the white lady helping out the black man and looking like the savior in the movie, in a sense.
This like, when you dive deep into the rabbit hole, when you start paying attention to everything that happened in this movie, it was all cap.
All to bring down the black man and make the white woman and the white man look good, bro.
Yep, no cap. This shit kind of weird. Let's go ahead and carry on.
The movie pretty much ends with Michael
Wrap this
Oher
little
being
long
the
ass
lawyer
video
for Ole
up.
Miss. Now, this movie would drop right during the pre-draft process for the 2009 NFL Draft, which is
calculated.
Very unique,
They
by
made
the way.
money,
We've
bro.
seen instances
Calculated
of very
money.
high-profile athletes coming into the
I wouldn't be
NFL
surprised
before.
if you go
We've
back and
never
this
seen
was all
an
in the
instance
news.
where a player quite literally had a movie about their entire life drop right as he was entering the NFL Draft. This was very unique, and ultimately, you could say that Michael Oher had a very successful career. If you compare him to other NFL players, obviously you're going to say he was just an average offensive lineman, but he was drafted in the first round of the 2009 NFL Draft with the 23rd pick. He was with the Baltimore Ravens for 4 seasons, but it wasn't enough for them to pick up his 5th-year option, although he would win a Super Bowl during his time with that team. And then he would bounce to the Tennessee Titans
He had
and
a
the
good
Carolina
career.
Panthers, so he would play 8
solid
years in
career.
the NFL. During that time, he would make $35 million, although he's not
How much money of that did he
necessarily
see? That's life-changing money, bro.
go into the
Making it to the NFL is like a hurdle within itself. It's an accomplishment within itself.
Yeah, it's a dream in
But for you to be able to play 8 years, 10 years in the league, bro, that's solid. It don't matter if you was a starter or not. You was still around for that long. Nigga, some people don't last that long in the league, bro.
No cap.
NFL Hall of Fame, he made a significant amount of money, and the average NFL fan probably is going to think that this was all because of the Tuohys taking him in and giving him a chance. Until today, because we found out that, at least what Michael Oher is alleging, The Blind Side is one gigantic lie. Now look, man, I'm not
knew
gonna
that
sit
for some
here and
reason.
tell you that every single Hollywood
So wait,
movie
CJ,
is
what you saying is, ever since you was watching this movie when you was a little kid or whatever, you always thought there was something fishy about it?
Yes. Like this dumbass nigga just asked me if I'm awake at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna smack his dumbass. Anyway,
You must not know you a part of the Blue Guap Club.
like the
Niggas
fuck.
that are a part of Blue Guap Club don't sleep
Who the
around
fuck
that
me sleep
time.
at 6? Anyways, bro, I'm in the middle of production right now, nigga. Anyways, where was I at, man? For this nigga interrupted.
Fuck, I don't even remember.
100% accurate because
I don't remember.
especially recently, I think some
Sorry,
of the
man.
movies
Nigga
have
ruin
taken a
shit,
weird
bro.
turn.
This
Like the
dumbass
Woman
text.
King,
Now you're
for
not getting a
instance,
text back.
The one thing that bothers me about that story is they completely neglect to mention how she would sell children in slavery, and they would just completely.
Yeah, we
omit
have to
that
tap
part.
into that because I didn't know that.
They like, but guess what they
Wait,
did?
the woman king was a real woman king?
I guess so.
I
but
guess I don't know my history.
I guess she was selling kids though around that time, and in the movie Woman King, they left it out of the movie.
Yeah, I guess I don't know my history because we need to tap into this. We gotta tap into this. I need to know because I'm not just about to have him throwing salt on my black woman's name if I can't throw salt too.
Facts.
So I need to know. Because that's definitely a Caucasian skinned motherfucker talking.
Yeah, sir.
So he need to watch how he speak on my black queen
Just-
unless I got something to say.
just
So
we just gotta
I
do
gotta
our
do my
own
research.
Yep.
So fuck what he talking about till I do my research. Carry on.
Part just so they could tell this wonderful story of a woman of color who became a king of a particular.
Yeah, I just didn't like how he
region.
said
What I'm
that
trying to
part,
say
woman of
is,
color.
this
Shut your
is
dumb
nothing
ass
new.
up.
Hollywood
Let me be the
waters
judge
down
as a man of
all
color.
the time just to make it more palatable to the viewers or to instill a specific type of message. But this seems
what I
like
was
a
talking about, though. I
completely
could, like,
different
I could
story.
edit
And
all this
bear in
part
mind,
out,
these
but
are
that
all
shit don't matter.
allegations because we're pretty much playing a game of he said, she said at this point. So according to this article from ESPN, Blindside subject Oher alleges that Tuohy's made millions off of the lie. And it opens up by saying retired NFL star Michael Oher, whose supposed adoption out of grinding poverty by a wealthy white family was immortalized in the 2009 movie The Blind Side, petitioned a Tennessee court on Monday with allegations that a central element of the
that the
story
daughter?
was a lie concocted by the family
know
to
who the fuck
enrich
that is.
itself
I know
at
it's a
his
liar.
expense. So pretty much, Michael Oher is saying that
I know
the
it's a
entire
liar.
movie was a sham just so the Tuohys could make themselves richer at his expense. The 14-page
No cap.
petition
they
filed
was
in
already
Shelby
rich,
County,
like I
Tennessee,
said.
probate court alleges that Sean and Leanne Tuohy, who took
said make
Oher into
theyself
their
richer,
home as a
right?
high school
Yeah.
student, never adopted him. Instead, less than 3 months after Oher turned 18 in 2004, the petition says that the couple tricked him into signing a document making them his conservators, which gave them legal authority to make business deals in his name.
That
Now,
is
the concept of
crazy.
conservatorship
Ain't
on
that what they
paper-
did to Britney Spears?
That's exactly what they did to Britney Spears. Her dad did that, but her dad was basically telling them that she was unfit to handle her finances. But in this situation,
I'm about to say that's the only way they can do some shit like
but
that.
in this situation, they just tricked Michael
They just tricked the black man.
into thinking that he was getting adopted into the family. But realistically, they were just making him sign a conservative shit.
That's
so
fucked
they can
up.
make all the money off the movie.
That's fucked up.
And
That
he
nigga
wouldn't get a
and he
dime.
wouldn't get shit. That's fucked up.
And the movie wouldn't even exist without him.
Man, carry on with this shit, man. Shit pissing me
It sounds
off.
very wholesome. You typically have conservators whenever there's a person making a significant amount of money, but clearly isn't of the right state of mind for whatever reason to make those decisions. So a conservator is allowed to make those decisions on behalf of that person legally, and it could even go against what the person wishes. The most famous example of this is Britney Spears, who was
Facts,
in
there
a
you go.
conservatorship
Yep.
as well, and was trying multiple times to
There you
get
go.
out of that conservatorship by saying that her father takes advantage of her, whereas the father would say that Britney Spears wasn't of the right mental state.
I ain't gonna lie, she fake,
Seriously?
she fake me on some weird shit like to this
It's the
day.
industry, bro.
But I feel like they did something to her.
It's that.
Like,
I don't.
It's not her. It's not her acting like that because she wants to. They got her fucked
Bro,
up.
it's that MK Ultra, bro.
They putting drugs in her. They doing something to keep her in a state to make her seem a certain way for them to maintain control. It's really that simple, bro. Like
she has handlers,
and I'm not a Britney Spears fan or a super fan to be even coming up with this observation. I could just come up with it just off of what I've been seeing lately, and what I'm seeing right now, hearing what I'm hearing, and just being able to tell off the conservative shit. Like, if you want to keep somebody looking dumb and retarded, excuse my language, because I know a lot of people don't like that word, but if you want to keep somebody out of it,
put it right in their face.
You put it right in their face, bro.
But my fault, CJ.
Nah, you good. You good. Nah, you good.
I was gonna say another thing too. Y'all got to peep, right? You know Doja Cat, right? You peep how Doja Cat and Britney Spears kind of do the same thing.
Bro, you peep how Doja Cat just like, I'm not gonna say she fell off, but she started doing some real weird shit out of nowhere. Like she's a mental patient.
Bro, she's a full-blown occultist, bro.
Bro, she literally cut off her hair type shit.
Britney Spears did that
She
too.
got skinny as hell.
She
like
cut
she
off her
lost mad
eyebrows.
weight. It's like, I don't know what they got her trapped in or what they
all
got her going on with.
All her videos be demonic as fuck.
But I don't know, man. I can't really explain it, but let's go ahead and wrap this shit up, man, because I'm sure we're going to have a lot to say.
Conservatorship, but it took a very long time for her to do so. The petition further alleges that the Tuohys used their power as conservators to strike a deal that paid them and their two birth children millions of dollars in royalties from an Oscar-winning film that earned more than $300 million.
Film earned $300 million, that nigga ain't get a dime.
He ain't get shit, and then this talk, bro.
The Tuohys have continued calling the 37-year-old Oher their adopted son, and have used that assertion to promote their foundation, as well as Leanne Tuohy's work as an author and motivational speaker. The lie of Michael's adoption is one upon which co-conservators Leanne Tuohy and Sean Tuohy have enriched themselves at the expense of their ward. Undersigned Michael.
Another thing too is y'all gotta peep, right? When you doing something nice for somebody, you just do it, bro. You don't gotta put it on camera. You don't gotta go on the news.
That's what I was getting
at
before the fuck nigga interrupted me. Yeah, go ahead, carry on.
Bro, if you're gonna do something nice to somebody,
you just gotta do it.
It doesn't need to be televised. It does not need to be.
That's what I'm saying.
What
was the point?
This shit.
What was the point of getting a movie deal?
Because realistically speaking, bro, if they were just doing this shit out of the kindness of their heart,
they would have just kept it pushing.
When them people came to them with that movie deal, they would have turned it down.
And even if they didn't turn it down, they would have talked to him about it.
Exactly.
And he would have knew his percentages, and he would have knew what he was getting out of it, instead of all the grimy, sneaky finesse shit.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. None of this comes from a place of genuineness, bro. All of this was about money.
It was all a setup, because I could even remember from in the movie, which I'm not 100% sure, but for some reason I could remember in the movie the dad not 100% being on board with the nigga being in the crib.
That's facts.
So I can see him coming up with the idea to make money off the nigga.
Facts.
It's
and
just
figuring out a way to kind of block him out from making any of them.
What was the other person that was not part of that shit? The sister.
The sister wasn't really fucking with him either. She had to kind of warm up to him in a sense in the movie.
How would you get her to warm up? By letting her know she about to get a 6-figure check,
so she can just keep pretending to fuck with him until that money come, and then after that, and then she probably was like, "Oh, he's gonna be out the house soon, anyways, honey. Just relax.
Just deal with it. Just deal with it till he goes to college or till he goes to the NFL.
And you're going to get a big payday, which they did.
The biggest payday. And for the rest of your life type shit, because there's going to be residuals and money that's going to keep getting made off of this movie getting played.
They didn't just make money off the movie either. They also made money off of their foundation. So they was dragging this shit for a long
time. I'm sure they made some type of merch or shit for Blindside, all types of shit. They profited in many ways.
And here we are watching this movie just thinking that, wow, there are good people in this world that can just do. That's not the case.
Let's carry on, man. We got a good 12 more minutes for y'all.
To his chagrin and embarrassment in February of 2023, when he learned that the conservatorship to which he consented on the basis that doing so would make him a member of the Tuohy family. In fact, provided him no familial relationship with the Tuohys. The Tuohy family did not immediately return phone calls Monday to numbers listed for them. So these are some pretty intense allegations. So Michael Oher thought he was signing adoption papers to be a member of the Tuohy family, but in reality, he was signing over his right to make business decisions for himself to the Tuohy family.
You gotta
Now,
know
also
the
have to
difference,
bear in
man.
mind, you're talking about a kid that didn't necessarily get the greatest education until like towards the end of his high school career. Went to 9
Hold
different
on.
schools.
What's the greatest education? Right? I'm sure they made him sound dumber than he actually was.
Right.
That's part of it, because even as a homeless person, you can still go to school. You're going to the public. You're going to public school.
Right.
So what are y'all talking about? He didn't have the whatever education y'all talking about. It's standard education if he was in a public school.
So you think in the movie they made him look dumber than what he really was?
I'm saying, what's the dumbass education that he picked up? Because if that's the case, most of us in this world got this same dumbass education. So what are y'all trying to say?
Because 95% of the shit that they taught us in school, we don't fucking use it till this day.
We got this same dumbass. So the Tuohy's picking him up and put him in this. Did he go to a private school or something?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all pulled him out of the public school system,
put him in a private school.
and put him in a private school. So because, like I said, when you're homeless, you still go to school, bro.
Yeah.
Because a lot of homeless kids, they go to school for the meals, for example. So you're gonna go to school still, because school's free. So, degrading his education when he was in a public school because he was sleeping in that same public school's gym. How can you call him like dumb as hell?
And you got to remember, bro, in the movie they did, because they made him take that test.
They had him like reading slow, like he was dumb or something in the movie.
But that probably wasn't the case. They over exaggerated it but in the movie they made him take that test, if you remember, and he tested high in protective instincts and he tested low in everything else. So that's when they decided. And then they,
that nigga gonna play football, protect the quarterback, and all that shit.
Because he played left tackle, and left tackle is protecting the quarterback's blind side. That's why they call the shit the blind side. Yeah.
Go ahead, carry on, man. Let's carry on with this video, man. We're gonna be doing a lot of chatting because these niggas capping.
In his life at all. So he's a prime candidate to get taken
Whole lot of
advantage
chatting because these
these
niggas
types of
capping.
situations, especially in business relationships. Whenever a random woman comes over and starts taking care of you, pays for your tuition, and I guess tries to get you to her alma mater, and it seems like
it was an
your life is
investment
on
for her.
the up,
It was an investment for them.
That person a little bit more, and the fact that he's just realizing this right now when he's 37 years old is more of a testament to how naive Michael Oher could be. And I'm not holding that against him, but it does seem like the
It's not that he was naive,
right now,
nigga.
he's just discovering
bro. That's why I say you have to love and trust with restrictions, because once you fully love, especially in his situation where he was in the streets and somebody's taking you in and they're actually taking care of you, what it seems like.
What's in it for them?
What the fuck is what you think gonna happen? Yeah, I'm gonna be naive, nigga. Whatever these people want, I'm gonna look out for them. I'm gonna help them. They're my peoples. To me, at least. But to them, I'm not their peoples. It's not the same shit.
They're looking at you like a
you can't
cow.
call him naive because he's acting like he would act with people that he fuck with.
I think he used the wrong word in that situation.
Yeah,
the word is not naive. The word is ignorant.
Ignorant.
He just didn't know, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't know to read over the contract they made him sign for the adoption. He didn't know the difference between conservatorship and adoption, but he should have did his research.
But
he was just ignorant to everything. He wasn't naive, bro. Like, anybody that welcomes you into their home like that and taking care of you when you had nothing before, you're obviously going to fall for that shit, bro. You're obviously going to fall in love with the family. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to the video.
The court to end the Tuohy's conservatorship and to issue an injunction barring them from using his name and likeness. It also seeks a full accounting of the money that
he can't use his own name or likeness.
He signed over his conservatorship.
Yo, that's fucked up because to this day
they own him.
Bro, that's fucked up. That's why he's suing. Go ahead, carry on. That's why he's suing. He can't. He's probably trying to do something with his name that he can't do, and that's how he realized how to do that shit. He's out of the NFL now. He's probably trying to start his own business. He's probably trying to do this, trying to do that, and they're telling him, "Well, you got to get permission from these white folks." That's fucked up.
And they're gonna.
That is fucked up. That's like having a slave master, nigga.
And guess what? They're gonna take the percentages. They're gonna take a
if he have to go through them and they have to allow him to do this shit.
They control him.
They're gonna have to be there. They're gonna say some shit like, "Yeah, you could do that. We're gonna have to take 15-20% because we made you," type shit. That's what type time them niggas is on.
Yeah, bro.
We have to take 15-20% because we made you type shit. But because he don't know, or when he didn't know, they just did what they wanted to do. They took all the money or most of the money. But if he come to them now and ask them, they're gonna tell him straight up, like, you gotta give us like a cool 20% because we really wouldn't be shit without us, bro. No cap.
In a sense,
and that's fucked up.
In a sense, we're the reason why you made it to the league. Because if it wasn't for us,
we put a lot of time and money into you and resources,
and we're
resources that we could have put in our own kid.
Yeah, bro.
Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Nobody asked you to do that because somebody else could have discovered him that was genuine. Or he could have discovered his potentials on his own.
Yeah, bro.
Or he could have figured out his life on his own.
Yeah.
Because being homeless don't necessarily mean it's the end for you. It's literally something for you to learn a lesson from. I was homeless, and I learned a major lesson from that shit. I don't ever want to be homeless. I will never look down on the homeless. But I understand shit happens. That's why sometimes I look at some of the homeless people that's been out there for years. Because I was only homeless for like a month, and I figured it out. Not that I figured it out, but I made it happen. So it's like, that's why sometimes I don't feel bad for them, but most of the times I feel bad for them because I know how it is out there when you're outside and you have nowhere to go. But I don't feel bad for them because if you've been out there because I see homeless people outside that I always see. I've been seeing since I moved out here. So clearly you're not doing nothing. And like I tell y'all all the time, you're not part of the Blue Guap Club if you're not trying.
Facts.
Because if you're not getting money, if you're trying, you can still be part of the Blue Guap Club. But if you're not trying at all and you're just a bum, you can't be part of the club.
Can't be.
So that's why I say that, because if I look at the bums outside that's been out there for years or whatever, it's like, bro, especially if they're white, not saying that it's better for white people out here, but I'm saying it's better for white people out here.
Yeah.
So it really shouldn't be no homeless white people out here because the resources are aimed to y'all. But I'm chatting, so we're going to carry on with the video.
Oh, nah, we good, bro. We good.
Yeah, we good off that shit?
We got everything we
like,
need.
that's what I'm saying. We got, like, bro, this shit is so crazy, right? And you would think it's normal. Because if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy Butler got the same situation, right?
Right.
A white family adopted him. Now, when you sit here and you think about all this shit, could that white family be trying to profit too? They see this black, because you got to think about the stereotypes.
Right.
Black kids, black people, we're amazing, bro. We're amazing at a lot of things, especially when it comes to sports.
Facts.
Basketball, football, all that shit. All that shit. So, especially basketball. So you thinking, because when they picked Jimmy Butler up, he was playing basketball, and they see him. They see his drive and they see his work ethic. They knew that boy was going to make it to the league.
He just needed a place to stay.
So, for real, there's a blind side happening right now in real life.
And we don't even talk about it.
And Jimmy Butler's going through it, whether he knows it or not. And he's in an agreement.
He might be in an agreement with it.
He might be in an agreement with it because think of, why is this man, bro, this is an NBA player that makes a lot of money. At first, I was rooting for the man because I love people that it don't matter what you're doing, because the NBA at the end of the day, although it pays you a lot of money, it's still a job. It's still a job because once that contract is up, it's over with. So I still preach, do something for yourself on the side. But the way Jimmy Butler do it, he grabs up LLCs, drop merch, and he go crazy with his coffee shit. I was thinking that shit was a good business move, but now I'm thinking that's something that he has to do to actually make money for himself.
Because they're probably taking all his NBA money.
They probably made him sign a conservative shit.
And he didn't know about it at the time, but he's just not coming out and speaking about it because they didn't make a Blindside movie on Jimmy Butler.
So This like they ain't make a blindside move, but they could just be profiting off his contracts. A little 10%, a little something. But realistically, that's what I'm saying. It might be in agreeance.
Yeah.
Because realistically, if I'm in the streets and I'm a hooper and a white family takes me in, or any family period, it could be black too. If they take me in, I know I'm breaking them off anyway, so 10% ain't gonna hurt me. That's why I say it gotta be like some agreeance going on.
Yeah.
Niggas agreed on the shit like, yo, thank you guys so much for letting me go, letting me stay with y'all and helping me get in college and do all this great shit. I'm gonna make sure y'all straight for the rest of y'all lives too and shit, that shit, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, we don't know. It's 50-50, whether it's on the good side or the bad side.
Right.
We're gonna have to wait a few more years to hear the story on that, the truth to that. It's gonna have to be when Jimmy Butler leaves the league, just like when this nigga left football.
Right.
Niggas ain't gonna speak on that shit.
Moral of the story, though, guys, be careful who you trust out here, dog.
Everybody ain't for you, man. You gotta trust with restrictions, and you gotta love with restrictions.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. You can't, as much as you would love to go 100% in,
Don't ever do it.
Don't matter how good the situation is. I don't care if you go 80%, 90%. You got to keep something in the reserves, a little 10%, a little something, because once you get disappointed and that person that you loved or trusted disappoints you, you're going to be very, very, you're going to be tight, and you're not going to want to trust nobody else at all. And I don't want you to get to that point, because you have to trust somebody. You have to love somebody. You got to have them people in your corner. You feel me? So just love with restrictions and trust with restrictions.
And
man.
another thing, too, is, like we said earlier, when you going to do something nice for somebody, bro, just do it.
Just do it, bro. Don't expect nothing, because at the end of the day, if it's done with kindness, that same person can feel the energy and they'll understand they have to do something for you. Not that they have to. They're going to do it because they want to. Like, it just makes sense. 1 + 1 = 2. 1 being they help me, plus 1 being you help them now.
Facts.
Because now you're in a position to elevate beyond what they've been at, and now you get to help them a little bit, just to repay them back. Because that's the cycle of life, nigga. That's really the cycle of life. If somebody does something for you, not saying you necessarily have to do something for them,
Pay it forward.
but you have to pay it forward.
Pass it along.
You have to pass it along, bro. If somebody gives me $2 right now, knowing that I don't need it, I'm gonna give that shit to somebody that I know needs it.
As it should be.
Especially if I tell them, oh, I don't need this shit. And they're like, nah, go ahead, take this little shit, man. I got you, bro. Just take this, man. Put this in your pocket, man. Do something with it, bro. Me knowing I don't need that shit, I'm gonna go find the person that needs it and give it to them. Little shit like that. But anyways, man.
Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. My boy dropped hella gems in this video, man.
I just be talking shit.
AFC, but when I pull up, it's a 30-piece. Fill that nigga up with the drums, gave that nigga wings. Licks hit my phone on my way. I'm in Coral Springs. Baby, we just fucking, we ain't nothing. I don't want no strings. Nigga, it's a stick up, shut the fuck up. I want everything cash. Cars, gold, even a wedding ring. Please don't make a sound when we pull up, better not hear you scream. I be ballin' hard every day, feel like Abdul Kareem. This shit in a dream. When I pull up, I be with the team. 4 niggas in the photo, and we on the mission, riding in the hot with the hot. All the windows tinted.